Thankfully, I caught my mistake before it was too late. I had rendered out 4 different videos. I was supposed to upload the 4th one. I uploaded the 2nd one, which was outdated. I'm just putting that in front of this video in case you had seen the previous one. I only had like 140 views, so I've not as many people saw it, I hope. But I just wanted to clarify that I had done more testing, and that was the video that I actually wanted to upload. So enjoy. But starting off, chakrams, of course, they're gonna get nerfed. They just didn't get nerfed in this patch. So I guess fixing facial hair, you know, while wearing a helmet, you know, being bugged out, you know, not showing up and stuff like that. That was more important this go around, not nerfing a broken weapon. So as you watch, this is my testing that I did. I did many different variations just to see the kind of differences, the impact that armors have now. I'll just cut straight to the point. I feel like medium armor is that sweet point if you want more armor. Heavy, yes, you can get away with it, but you're only going to get about 4 rolls out of it, maybe 5 if lucky, but 4 is all I've been getting, and I've been getting 6 with light. So while the regeneration difference isn't that drastic on screen, it's going to be drastic when it comes to rolling and combat. You know, if you're trying to roll to iframe and attack, you're not going to get as many options to do that as opposed to light armor. So it's kind of going back to the light meta now, which I have no problem with. It's weird, the changes, because, you know, I always thought that light armor regenerated so much faster. And even with this test with light and grit, and then just light armor with no grit, you'll notice that's the biggest difference. So honestly, what you're going to be looking at now is probably, you know, maybe a 15, 15, 20, and then 10 into grit build. So you can get that extra stamina. And I'm not even talking about the stamina regen, just having that extra stamina for more attack is going to be very beneficial now. But we're going to get into some of the other things in the update. And if you want, you can always replay, you know, look at the tests that I did and stuff like that. But, you know, honestly, I think 15, 15, 20, and then 10 into grit is going to be a solid way to go. Right here, it says a consistent source of reports of poor performance. It's like, if you would have tested this, you would know that it would have had poor performance. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, it's kind of silly to me that, you know, it took this long for you to realize that it might actually, you know, cause performance issues. If you tested it, you would have already, you know, been aware of that. But, you know, whatever, it took months. Anyways, we got a new compass. I don't know if anyone's excited for this. I'd be more excited for the ability to turn on like a in-game, you know, what you call it. Oh my gosh. It was just there. A mini map. You know, I know modded servers have mini maps and stuff like that. Maybe the ability to have a mini map, you know, so you can see the surrounding area or something, you know, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's nothing there, you know, allow us the ability to turn it on or not. But I mean, you got a compass. I guess that's cool. I mean, if you know the map, and it's not like they have a lot of maps, if you know exiled lands, you know your way around. So maybe for new players, we'll find that useful. I don't know. There's some various crash fixes. I looked through these and none of them really affected me, the issues that I crashed from. Maybe this will benefit you. I don't know. But this is a big one right here with companions. Finally fixing Luffy, you know, and Freya. I think this took too long as well, but at least it's getting done. You know, I mean, if it did not get done in this patch, I would have been shocked, to be honest, because, you know, on official, and most private servers have this ban. Now, there are a few that don't, but, you know, most do. And, you know, I can just imagine the people on official feel that sentiment when it comes to, well, it's about time, because, I don't know. If you play official, you must be you must be a psychopath. I don't know why you do that to yourself these days. Just kidding. There's no longer a floating pillow inside the room. It's okay. Living settlements, you can settlements has a lock unlock function for doors. That's good. I'm, you know, both servers I play on have that disabled, but if you're on official or a server that has that enabled, thank you. Thank you. It should have been something that already came with the living settlements package to begin with, because opening doors and stuff, you know, yeah, it's like, do you think these things through? But at least we can now lock and unlock the doors. Funcom, just curious, how about being able to lock our preserving bins, you know, where we store our food, stuff like that? I don't know. Just saying. But you know, I actually had this issue, fixed an issue where players couldn't complete thrall taker and stuff like that. I couldn't get it done no matter what I did. So at least they, you know, they're addressing some things that I have ran into. Now there are a lot of building fixes, and I've gone through them a couple times, and you know, some of them sound good. The spiral staircase can ignore the presence of walls, allowing more flexibility when placed. I'm interested to kind of test that out, I guess. I don't know. Double height walls and arches, such as the Argosian, can now be placed so they overlap with ceilings for more flexibility. Now, if this is what I think it is, you know, and I'd be putting a ceiling in the middle of it, you know, if there was a ceiling in the middle where I'd place it, I couldn't place it, but now I'm assuming I can place it. That's all that is. So that's kind of nice. I was kind of figuring they were going to change the health on those, but it doesn't seem like it. I've looked through them a couple times. If I miss something, please feel free to leave it in the comments for others to see and for me to be aware of. But, you know, overall, just some changes. I know they're going to be, you know, fixing some of the cost towards pyramid pieces. That's nice. So journeys, fixed issue, place bed, dungeon delver, you know, all sorts of stuff being fixed. I've ran into that one. I think anyone that's done dungeon delver has had that issue of it not properly, you know, like realizing you're trying to do it. Quality of life changes. Coin piles now take damage. Okay, that's great. That's great. Can you still, you know, go up to the sky with coin piles? Can you build sky bases? What's up with that? They're obviously not going to say they fixed that. I don't know. They're very weird about talking about sky bases. Players can now preview armor on their character on PS4. Like a lot of these, like thralls and NPCs should now know how to handle dual axe wielding properly and not just do one attack all the time. That's a funny one, because if you ever gave your thrall a weapon of that sort and watched them attack, it's kind of infuriating. So, you know, lots of little changes here. Not a ton to talk about, except of course the stamina one that, you know, you saw in the video and how it changes. UI text fix, if you're interested in this. See, this is what I'm saying. That's why if you want to read it, feel free. Audio issues, modding things, exploits, of course. Like the exploits is like one of the smallest sections. It should no longer be possible for an exile to have 30 resurrected corpses following them. Wow, that's okay. Stable fence gate frame pillars can no longer be stacked. Okay. Fixed an issue with the rage hammer. I'm hoping this rage hammer is fixing all heavy attack exploits. Okay. There's a lot of idiots out there, and I'm going to call you idiots, that think that this heavy exploit is happening because people are sprinting and then heavy attacking. That's not it at all. It's just a timing thing. If you can figure out the timing for each weapon, you can literally make a macro for every single weapon, and you'll always do a ton of damage with heavy attacks. It's not that hard. You just got to play around with it. And once you find a basic time, I'm not going to tell you guys what time it is, you know, okay, I just set it to a macro too. But if you find that and you just tweak it from lower to higher, you're going to figure out when the weapon does the most damage, and then you just set your macro up and bam. Hope they fix that. Hope that's included in there. There's a lot of exploits that I'm seeing missing from this list, but who knows? And then there's just a lot of miscellaneous. When I saw this one, I saw T4 Carpenter, I was like, oh my gosh, are they actually going to make it increase the speed, while crafting? Doesn't seem like it. Fix some tavern visitors teleporting, the ones teleporting to the sky, if you've ever noticed that. That's good. Yeah, I guess. Fixed an issue where crystalline it's made beards disappear after equipping. Okay. Some funny basic things here. Tier 4 blacksmiths should now properly increase the durability of tools. Okay. But like I said, if you are interested in checking these out for yourself, there will be a link below. Obviously the big ones for me are stamina. So, I'm very interested to see how this plays out. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, not the best update to me, in the terms of exploits. But then again, I will say this, in their defense, Funcom is very quiet about exploits. We all know this, okay? So in their defense, they do try to fix things silently without saying them. So they kind of give you a general, like, yeah, we fix these things, but then, we fix some other things we're not going to tell you about. There's always things like that they do that they're not fully transparent about. They have their reasons for it. I'm sure I could tell you what their reasons are, but I'm sure if you really think hard enough, you can figure it out. Why you're not gonna, you don't want to advertise your game has tons of exploits, do you? No, of course not. Officially, anyways. Unofficially, you don't care. Let me know what you guys think. If you've been testing it, playing with it, and let me know how you feel about it. Is this a step in the right direction, or is it too late? Let me know how you feel about it. I will see you guys in the next one.